Yeah. There you go. Cool. Am I live though? Hello. Welcome. I am live. I thought I wasn't live for a second because it was very, very quiet. But I think there's a delay, as always, on here. So hello, Karen. Hello, Mum. Hello, Elias. Hello, Josie. How are we all doing? I'm tired. That's my update. I'll give you an update on the tour when more people are here. But yeah, until then, tell me how you are all doing. I'm a bit late because I made a cup of tea and it wasn't ready. Oh, I decided to make the cup of tea 1 minute before going live. Actually, that was my big fault. Yes, we made it back. It was very late when we made it back. We got back about 1:30 in the morning. The flight landed at 11, and we got the train to Ostkreuz, and then from Ostkreuz to Erkner, where the car was parked, but I had to walk to the car and then, drive back. But then the car had no fuel in it. That was a surprise. And so, then I had to drive from Erkner the wrong direction to get fuel because everything was closed at 1 in the morning. And then we had to drive all the way back down again. So we weren't back until late. So we're very, very tired today. The day kind of started at like 12:30 and not much has happened since then. Oh, yeah. I heard that you have lots of visitors today. As I said, that'll be calm. But yeah, we have more tired people. Hello, Denise. Welcome to the stream. Good that Karen is doing well. Is Dave on the stream or is Dave sat next to you? Say hello for Dave. Something that arrived, not in time for the UK tour, but in time for Amphi. We have, they're not very metallic, I'll be honest. I was expecting them to be shinier, but we have Auger stickers. Look at that. Auger. Schnecke. So we have Auger stickers. And you can see there, you can see the shininess. Look at them shine. And we have loads of them. So I will stick them on. He's in the bath, no worries. Well, we can stick them on the website. However, it's probably not worthwhile just buying one because the postage will be the same because it's an automatic thing. So, or maybe if I'm clever enough, I can try and figure out how to make the postage cheap, like automatically change per product, which I think I can do. So, maybe that'll work. If not, you might have to order something larger. But yes, that's it. Like, this is the thing. I feel like I've been missing out. We've been very, very fortunate to play in 12 countries, in 70 cities, over 70 cities, hundreds of venues. Like that's a lot for the time that we've been going. And we've only ever had stickers twice. We got stickers as the first thing. Yeah, hey, bulk is fine. We got stickers as one of the first merch items we got. Stephen got some stickers made for us. They are lurking somewhere on various things. And then we have some Wendigo skull miner's helmet stickers as well. We got those still during the first album. So, and that's it. That's all the stickers we've ever had. So I got some made. I'm going to get some holographic ones made as well, just a small run of them. But yeah, these are really cool. They are metallic and black. And there's also, which I don't think they're in here because I think they're in Laura's cupboard. But we also have new stickers to go on the merch as well. So when people order merch online, it will be sealed with a little thank you sticker. So that's very exciting. Those are not for sale because they're on like a big sheet. because we only need to peel them off and put them onto orders. So yeah, very exciting. But yes, that was my point, actually. Thank you, Josie, for helping me steer back on track there. My point being that we've only had stickers for a very short period in our career. And yeah, obviously we've missed out on all those venues and all those cities that we've been to. We've missed out on the putting stickers on the back of toilets and stuff. And the door is knocking. So there'll be a sticker delivery. Thank you very much. Ask and you shall receive. These are the stickers for the merch. If it'll focus. Yeah, so you can see it says Auger, and it has my signature, and then it says Vielen Dank. So yeah, these little stickers here. So these ones will go onto all the merch orders to try and zazz those up a little bit. Stickers. On the topic of stickers, since we have never had them, how much do you sell a sticker for? I would like to know what people think a good amount is. Size-wise, I can give you. I won't show the back of my debit card, but you can see they are slightly bigger, slightly longer than a bank card. Not quite as wide. I won't show you the other side of that. But yeah, how much do you pay? How much do you have for stickers? I don't know. Knowing me, I'll be giving them away for free, and then I'll get told off by a certain someone. 150 at least. Okay, then that means, and you're going to be very impressed with this, I'm going to say 2. Because I never have change, and having euros as change is far more likely than having like cents as change. So yeah, I think 2's fine. We'll do 2. I don't know how many I ordered. There seems to be quite a lot. I hope so anyway. Maybe there's like 300 of them. I think 300 was how many I got. It's only in a small bag, but it's quite a heavy bag. So yeah, very, very good. Okay, that sounds good. We'll do them for 2. And then maybe if like on the UK tour, someone was buying like all 5 albums, like the 4 albums plus a compilation. And in that instance, I would give them a sticker. I think that's a pretty fair trade. I think if people buy like 2 T-shirts in one go, they also get a sticker because that's nice. So yeah, I mean, the UK tour in a nutshell, it was very, very good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to say about that, but as a whole, by the time we finished, it was very good. Halfway through the tour, we were kind of thinking the opposite, and it was a bit like, but yeah, by the end of it, it was actually really good. So yeah, absolutely, yeah, opportunity for that, absolutely. So yeah, the tour was good. The first show in Bristol was great. The venue's cool anyway. It was very easy to sort of get there. The support band, I Am Imperfect, were very good and very, very kind and very helpful. So you can start your bingo sheet. Looking at you, David and Karen, for the things that I've forgotten. So the first thing that I forgot was that all my plugs are now European plugs. So I couldn't charge my laptop. My laptop needs to be plugged in on stage, as does my guitar pedal, but that also has the European plug on it. So the support band, very kindly, whilst we were setting up everything else, they ran to the nearest Poundland and they bought a couple of plug adapters for us to use, which is very, very kind of them. So that's thing number 1. And in fact, everything that I forgot happened in Bristol. So yeah, we did this. I'll go on that story first. I'll go in the story that we forgot things first, and then I'll tell you how the shows went. So after Bristol, we put everything back in the car. Now, in the car, we had quite a lot of stuff. So we had an Alex. He takes up an entire seat worth of room, typically. And also you have Laura and you have myself. So there's 3 in the car, but also a full drum kit and a guitar and all the T-shirts and all that kind of nonsense. So there was a lot, and we only got given a Volkswagen Golf, which is the new Volkswagen Golf 2025 reg is the shittest car I've ever driven. It tried to kill me multiple times, and it was just a fucking nightmare to drive. It was terrible, and it was so fucking slow. Anyway, so the reason why I mentioned that is because after the Bristol show, everything packed into the car a lot easier. And I should have been more suspicious than I was. It went in, and I thought, you know what, maybe we just did it better, because we did really leave Alex behind. Yeah, we tried, but no, he kept finding his way back. Yeah, it sort of, the layout of stuff was different. Like, I think I decided to put the snare drum. Oh, there we go. I'm imperfect. I've joined the chat. Yeah, very good. Check out their music, by the way. Do it. It's really good. You'll love it. If you like Auger, you'll like that. Anyway, so we put the tom drum underneath where the seat folds down. So like the footwell, and we lifted up the seat that was folded, put the tom drum in, or snare or whatever it was, and then the seat goes down, and then it's almost like a free bit of space. So I thought that was it. I thought that was the reason why the car was so easy to pack. Little did we know there was something a lot bigger that was missing from the drum kit. So I should say as well, the drum kit is a hire, so we had to pick this up after we landed in Manchester. We paid a catastrophic amount of money to hire the drum kit, and we picked it up. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Anyway, we went up to Glasgow. No, we didn't. We went to Gateshead first, and we did the show. Again, the car packed pretty well. We then slept quite really well, actually, and then drove to Carlisle. We had a little day out in Carlisle before advancing on to Glasgow. Glasgow was not the greatest, but it still had its moments that made it really special, so that was cool. And it was only in Glasgow when I thought that, wait a minute, where's the drum rug? Because I've just driven the car around Glasgow for an hour trying to find parking, an hour of going around those fucking streets of Glasgow trying to park the damn car. And the car was empty, and there was no drum rug in it. And I don't remember pulling a drum rug out. And yeah, anyway, it was only after we discussed it with Laura and with Alex that we realized that, yes, the drum rug, which is quite a big thing, was no longer in the car. And we didn't know where it was. And we thought maybe it's in Gateshead. But then again, I don't actually remember it being Gateshead. And this is when we thought, actually, the car has been able to be packed a lot easier since Bristol. And I wonder if we've left it in Bristol, because we did pull it out for Bristol, but we didn't need it. So anyway, I sent some rather panicked messages to some very good friends of mine who are down in the Bristol area, hoping that perchance they could drive because one of them, Moon, was coming to the show in London. And I thought, wait a minute, if she lives in Bristol, she could get the rug and take it to London with her, because if she's driving, that's doable. And I would be very, very grateful for that. She doesn't live in Bristol, as it turns out, but her good friend, and now my good friend, the rug queen herself, Liz, or Small, she agreed to, actually offered, I didn't even make the suggestion, because the suggestion that she did is ridiculous. It is based in Bristol, and she drove early in the morning, I think to get to the venue at 8:30 in the morning to pick up the rug. And then she said, I will drive it to Birmingham, because that's on your route that you will take. You should pass through Birmingham, and I'll drive it to this spot, and you can pick it up. And then, I'll just then go back. She has to teach at like 5:00. So she should get back in time for that. And I get the rug back. And I thought, but no one would do that. Like, surely that's like, I wouldn't even dare to ask someone to do that. I wouldn't, like, maybe a family member, if maybe like as my mum would probably do something like that, but I would still probably wouldn't ask. So for someone to offer that and then do it, amazing. So anyway, on the way back from London, we stopped off at a garden centre that we'd agreed to meet at and picked up the rug, and we got it all dropped off on time. And I'm a little bit baffled that we managed to do that. So yes, we did forget things. That was one of them. We did forget the guitar stand, but I always forget the guitar stand. But yeah, the drum rug. and we got it back, and I got my deposit back from the drum place, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, the rest of the tour. So recap: Bristol, very good. I think because it was we knew a lot of people there, and it's a cool venue, and it was laid back, so that was cool. Then Gateshead was surprisingly good in a sense that it felt full enough. There was enough people there that it was okay, and the tickets were okay. But still not the greatest. They had the worst sound ever, especially for me on stage, and we had a few technical difficulties, not on our end, on the sound end, but never mind. And then Glasgow was quiet. Not a lot of people came to Glasgow. We knew that though. But there were people there that it was really important to, like namely Archie Campbell was their long-term Auger supporter. Same thing with Jai D, who saw us in 2018 the first time. So there's some sort of long-term Auger fans that it was really important that we played there. A couple of my friends based there as well. And then a girl who flew over from Dublin to come and see us, who was a big fan. So there wasn't a lot of people there, but the people there, it meant a lot too. So that made it nice. And then London. So we drove from Carlisle, or after the Glasgow show, we drove to Carlisle. It's about an hour and a half in the night. We still got back before midnight, which is pretty cool. In fact, we were in bed for like 11:30. It was great. And yeah, as we drove, we set off from Carlisle at like 9 or 10, and then we didn't get to London for a while. I think maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. No, 5 o'clock. So it was a long drive. And yeah, so long drive, a bit tired, a bit hungry, and tickets weren't like they were the best of the tour, but not as much as last time. But then last minute, some came through, and then Alex brought a lot of his friends who agreed to buy one ticket between two, so there wasn't too many guest lists. And there's a couple other punters come in. And anyway, before we knew it, there was actually like people there. Like it felt full. It felt like a small German show. Like it felt a little bit like Hamburg, for example. So it was great. Like I wasn't expecting that. And because of that, there was enough people that when we finish a song and people clap, it actually fills in the gap between the songs, which, believe it or not, didn't happen at any of the shows. It was, hey. And it was like, awkward. So yeah, it was really good flow, and the show went really well. The sound was really good. Loads of people turned up, and we basically sold out of T-shirts. I think we had like 3 left or something stupid. So there's little flies everywhere. So yeah, all in all, very, very good. We then drove back in the morning via the rug, dropped the thing off, and then eventually got to drop the car off again, which is another thing. So the car was enlightening because it made me realize how cheap driving should be, because I think it cost me, I filled up once and then did 2 small ones. I think the whole several thousand kilometer round trip that we did cost like 130 quid or something like that. It was really, no, 150. It was really, really cheap. And I worked out in my car, it would have been over 1,000 euros. So as much as it was the shittest car in the world, it did make me realize that actually I need to get a new one. So I am going to sell my big truck. But anyway, enough of that. It's very kind of you to say. Yeah, that's it. And I think one person can't be super as loud as like a crowd of 300 or whatever. So it's much more difficult to tell how it's being received. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't received with the same amount of appreciation and like enjoyment. Yeah. It's even if one person, it meant a lot to. When we did the Netherlands tour on the final show, there was like 10 people, and I thought, what am I doing? But actually, there's a couple at the front who had the best time ever, and they, they were so grateful that we came to the Netherlands and so happy to see us live. And I thought, yeah, that's worth it, isn't it? Like for all this, I know it was a lot of effort and a lot of traveling and stuff, but the other shows were good, and it meant a lot to that one person. So you'd be surprised how much it means to artists when you come to a show. I know it's like a bit cliche, and people say it all the time. Obviously, I do. Like, I appreciate people coming to shows, but I don't think you realize just how much it's appreciated. Not just from the coming point of view and showing up, but like actually enjoying it. Just one person can make the whole thing feel worth it if they really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's cool. GoFundMe for the car. That just feels wrong. I mean, if you want to give me money to buy a car, you can do it in the form of buying lots of stickers. Maybe I'll do some limited edition ones with a drawing on the back, and I'll charge extra for those. No, I couldn't ask for money for things. That's why I'm so broke, because I'm paying for it all myself. So yeah, I just have a problem with that. What else is there to update you on? The new single. So I got a message from the guy who's mastering it saying that the files, he reckons that the snare drum doesn't sound as big in the files that I've sent as it does on the reference song that I've sent. I just think that's down to my amazing mastering skills, which will be really funny if it is. But yes, there's a bit of a delay with that. I need to send it over tomorrow, and he'll then have it within the day. So I'll schedule that one to release pretty soon. It's going to be quite a quick turnaround, and then quickly get the other ones done. But yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good. That's very true. But if they buy merch, it's even better. But I sometimes think that, yeah, like people, because some people come over and they're really really enthusiastic and like, that was the best show in the world. And they're actually talking to me at the merch stand because I'm selling the merch, and they're going, oh, it's so good, and I love this, and I love all the music, and then they look at the thing and say, I don't listen to CDs. And I'm thinking, yeah, but you wear t-shirts. And they just walk off, and I'm thinking, anyway, this is a small rant. That's a really good tea. Oh my God. It does mean, though, that I've got these stickers, and I need something to put my stickers on. I won't be putting it on this, but I'm going to show this off. I'm very pleased with this. I bought an all-black sippy cup with straw, and it's metal, and it's very nice, and it's all black. Look how cool that is. I don't want to ruin it with any stickers, but other than the price at the bottom. But yeah, £5 from Morrison's. Bargain. I'm tempted to buy shit tons of them and then engrave Auger on the front, because £5 for that metal. I think you would have to order from from a printing company, probably 200 of these before you would even be allowed to, and maybe like 300 before they'd ever go anywhere near £5 each. So yeah, that is cheap. Maybe I'll send some folks to Morrison and see if you can find some. And then if we all cobble together, we can get 10. And then I'll buy a laser engraver, and then I'll laser engrave on them. I've always wanted a laser engravery thing. I almost bought one a long time ago, but didn't. That's why I don't have one. What a great story. Yeah, that's my updates. I don't know if I have any more updates to update you on in an update world. I'm looking at Volvos. That's the thing. And yeah, there's nothing else really. I don't really want to do any music tonight, only because I'm still really tired from the tour. I think it kind of catches up with you, like a delayed process, and then it kind of catches up. So I don't want to do anything musical, but I'm happy to talk and discuss and answer questions about all the world's problems. And oh, I found my old Xbox 360 controller, by the way. It's an afterglow one. It lights up. That's exciting. That's all I have to say about that. There was more stuff I need to. Oh God, I need to update you on, but I've completely forgotten. So yeah. Oh, that's a good shout, actually. Creator space. That'd be really good. I mean, close to Berlin, there's bound to be something, right? Volvo V70. The newer one. About a 2011 one. Not the really old one, 2011 model. They're very, very big. They're probably a bit too big, if I'm being honest, but I want a V60, but I can't afford one. My limited budget. So V70 they made for a couple of years more, so you can get an older one for thingy. Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot, but it wasn't too bad. I don't think. Yeah, I think I'm just used to it now. I think ever since doing some of the big journeys in Europe, I think whenever I see like some of the V70 is an estate. Yeah, the S70 is the saloon. I don't know why they chose V as their letter. S saloon, V estate, V combi. I don't know. Yeah, I think ever since doing the big long European trips, then whenever I see like 3 hours on the sat nav, it's like that's fine. The London one was a bit of a killer, only because it was just long, like in a sense that it felt longer than it should have been because it was very slow. That's the thing. Like I was completely done driving in England. Like, oh my God, I was so happy to hand the keys back at Sixt and be like, right, I don't want to drive it. Even when we got back from the tour, after doing the last little motorway trip, I didn't want to drive it. I was just thinking, I don't want to be in this car anymore. Not just because I hated the car, more because the can't drive. Like the motorways, it's just awful. I've ranted about it before, but it's so much worse than I thought. It's just people don't know how to drive on them. On what motorway can you have 4 lanes, and on the left lane you have all the lorries, and then in the second lane you have absolutely no one? So you think you go in that one, but no, because on the other lanes you've got someone doing 62 and then someone doing 65. So you can't even travel the limit just because they won't move over, and you can't undertake them because it's illegal. So you're just stuck there. It's so stupid, and everyone's so like aggressive and throwing themselves into each other, and it's just madness anyway. So I've got to stop ranting. I realise this. It's very negative. I'm quite a positive person. Driving in the UK makes me angry. It's so slow. Like when you can actually do 70, most of the time you sat there at like 65 or something like that. It's ridiculous. I'm a fully fledged German now. I need at least 120, which I think is like 85 or something like that. Crazy biscuits. Anyone have any topics they want to talk about at all? Amphi is this weekend. That's one thing. I completely forgot. I completely forgot it was this weekend. I thought it was the weekend afterwards. So yeah, it's this Sunday. We're playing on the main stage at 11. So very early, but please, if you are there, then you should come along to that. We have 40 minutes to impress the world. So it's not a waste of fuel if you get there quicker. And it's only a waste of fuel if you go really fast. You don't have to go really fast. The fuel efficiency between 110, which is what you do in the UK, and 130 is absolutely negligible. But because of the system that you can drive much quicker, people don't sit in the outside lane because they know if they do, they're going to get someone up their ass pretty quickly. So because of that, it means that the whole thing flows really easily. Like you end up with a system that, okay, we could all travel at 70 miles an hour, but at least we're all being able to travel at 70 miles an hour. Saying it's a waste of fuel is that's completely subjective to however you drive. You know, I drive on the Autobahn at 100 or 110 because that's all I can afford. Because the car is so horribly inefficient. Forcing your friends to come is good. You can even force them to buy some t-shirts. Although I think there's a commission that we have to pay on the merch stand. So I don't know what it is. Where we are going in. That is a good question, actually. I should know this. I think it was on my list to check. I do have the documents here, so let's answer questions live. Let's do admin. Doing admin with Auger. Empty. Information. Nope, that's the information I need to send. General rider. Here's the people. Main stage. 50 meters wide. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? There's parking, backstage, catering, hotel, guests, photos, merchandise, blah, 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 blah. 20% commission. Wow. There was a time on here somewhere. Maybe that's more information. You'd think it'd be on here. Artist check-in. Artists are required at least 3 hours before their scheduled performance at the venue. So that would be 9 o'clock. Would it? 8 o'clock? Oh, bloody hell. That's early. 8 o'clock then. And we're staying at Alex's... we're staying at Alex's mum's house, which is not in the vicinity of the festival too much. I think it's about an hour, maybe. I think it's less than an hour. Maybe it's 50 minutes. But it does mean it's going to be quite an early set off. So, yeah. I'd rather get there early and then get everything sorted. And because we're first on, we might get a sound check. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there is that. Any more questions about admin? I can actually do my work while I'm here. It's great. Oh, you're staying at a friend's place. They have free cats. Cool. So you'll feel great at 8 o'clock in the morning then. Good tea. Yeah, 20% is a lot. But I guess it means that we sell the t-shirts instead of selling them for 25. We just sell them for 30. And then we get the same amount that we would anyway. And I bet you most people are probably selling their t-shirts for like 35, 40. If you're not dead by that time. I mean, that wouldn't be great if you were dead. You might just be a bit... Do you get like... Is it more like swollen, or is it more of like a feverish kind of stuffiness? How does your allergic thing work? I got hiccups. I'm trying to repress my hiccups. Oh god. Music. 24 hours. 226. Ah, nothing left had a bit of an insurgence. That's nice. Insurgents. It's funny. Swollen eyes. Cool. Delicious. Yeah, wow. It should be a good set though. It is funny deciding on a set. Actually, it's quite a good experiment. I know maybe everyone on the live stream is slightly biased, but it would be interesting to hear what your ideal 45-minute long Auger set would be. Like, don't have to think about it too much in terms of, oh, well, you could follow this with this, or, you know, maybe it's good to start with a loud one and then go, like, more just so, I mean, you can do that, but more just so, like, what's your top, however many songs it takes to fill up 45 minutes, which is about 11 or 12. But interesting to know what people's things are. Maybe I could do something on the Discord that would be like build a set, like it's like Build a Bear but worse, and no teddy bears involved. There's lots of things in the various different groups. I've not read yet. Yeah. Where should I put that? I want to put that somewhere. Yeah, I'm trying to think about where to stick. I guess it could go in live shows, couldn't it? Is there like some sort of mega poll thing? I can ban a user. I can do a GIF. Oh god, there's too many things. I kind of want like a poll, but not a poll. Maybe you could, like, I don't know, build your create poll, create thread. What's a thread? No, that seems awkward. Yeah, I mean, less so like in terms of what you think would be good for other people, but like what your perfect set would be. Like personally, I can only judge what people's favorite songs are based off the Spotify numbers, and I know that's not always true to everyone's representation. A, because not everyone goes on Spotify. Like, obviously, there's loads of different platforms out there. So, and you know, B, the algorithm plays a big part in what people listen to. So, it'd just be interesting to hear what people would like to see on a set. Emoji vote on a list of songs. That's not a bad idea. If I listed all the songs that I want to play live and then maybe stick an emoji next to it and then you vote for them, that could work. I mean, people could also just type in like 11 songs, like do one and then whatever song you want us to open with. Let's say it's My Guardian. And then I'm typing this and you can't see what I'm doing. But then two, and you do maybe do it that way. An extra channel which you can put in a channel so people's replies won't spam the actual channel. Okay, so that sounds like what I want, doesn't it? Let's create a thread. Build your dream set with a heart. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I hate this keyboard. This keyboard is a very awkward layout. 9, 10. I'm gonna say 12 because, and it is difficult when people are doing this, which I'm trusting everyone will do it. You'll appreciate how difficult it is to come up with just a 12 songs and then B like just 12 songs. It seems difficult at first, and then you start to remember more, and you're like, oh no, but that would be so much better, and yeah, it's this whole thing. So I'm gonna do. I'll just put down a random set that we normally do, and then it doesn't have to be in order, but you know, it might be quite fun if you did it. It's a bit of research for me. So send the machine, and then we normally do My Death. And then we do Dark Clouds. And then we could do Libra. This Penna Compress is becoming my new favorite song to play live. It's so much fun. Do we go? My Guardian. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, some of these are going to be songs that you don't necessarily know unless you've seen us live. But yeah, only reply back either with an emoji, like to someone's set if you think it's very good, or write down your set list. 12 tracks, because that's normally like your typical 45-minute set. Just be interested to see what people put. And yeah, like, and think about it like what you would like to see, like songs that you know the words to, or that you know very well, or whatever. That would help me out a bunch. That's the sort of thing that I've been meaning to do for weeks, but I always forget. And then the live stream happens, and then I can't do it because I'm doing the live stream. So I've just combined a little bit of random odd job with the live stream. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I still need to figure out where to put this pissing stickeroni. Don't know where to go. It would actually look really good on the cup. Like, it would actually look pretty cool. No, has to be plain. I like it plain black. Oh, the thread is in the live shows bit, by the way, in case anyone wants to do it now. And yeah. And if not, I mean, you could say, honestly, say whatever songs you want to. If you want to put Monster down, put Monster down. I think if enough people say something, then I'm not going to ignore it, because obviously, you are the people that are going to be watching the set. I can't watch it. I have to do it. So, I don't necessarily know what the best song is going to be live. And if it is one of the ones that I don't necessarily like, or not necessarily like, but like have forgotten about or dismissed by this time, then maybe I need to bring it back. Maybe I need to zhuzh it up so it's something a bit more in keeping with what we're doing. Yeah, go for it. You could just do a whole set that's just solely oxygen, 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 oxygen. Good evening, Dren. Hope you're doing well. Yes, it was my dad's guitar that was on tour this time. We had a few difficulties with it. The volume knob, when it was on full, was muted. You had to roll it down to like 98% or something like that, and then it would come on. So sometimes when I just did a flick up to start playing, it would be muted. So it was like a flick up and then just to push it back down again. But it was really good. It's really reliable, and it looks cool. And it plays well, so deep cuts are the best. Hell yeah. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. Oh, I've got Josie's one, and she's put the time, how long the track is. It's come through in a really weird layout. It's like the last three are all joined together. But it's cool though. So Insurgents, that's one that we haven't done. Oh no, that's okay. And I know by your one you mean my one. It's the guitar that never leaves. Yeah, it probably would have been easier to play on that one because it is a bit more reliable playing live. My dad's one is actually very old. I said very old. Sorry for anyone who's born before 1987. In guitar terms, it's old, and probably could do with a little bit of TLC. Yeah, I think it is a worn pot. When you have it on full, it's a little bit of like flex that you can kind of twist it a little bit after being full, and it bounces back. So I think it's a little bit crappy. But the electronics in there have never been touched, never been cleaned, have had nothing to them really, and it's a 1987, as far as I know, Fender. So it could probably do with a bit of an overhaul, you know, maybe going through it and cleaning it, some contact cleaner, maybe some new solder joints, some new wire, and then, yeah, maybe some insulation as well, because it was a little bit of feedback on it. Also, the pickups are fairly quiet. They're not very hot. So I had to roll up the gain a little bit on my preset, whereas my Telecaster, I have an aftermarket pickup in it, and that thing is loud. On zero gain, it almost clips. Like it's a really loud pickup. It sounds awesome. 86, okay. 1986, cool. Okay, we have the first Dream Set submission. Yeah, Insurgents, great suggestion. We do need to play that more often. I don't love the song because it's a bit repetitive. It could be tightened up, but that's fun because that gives me something to work on. Libra, always great. My Heart is Glass, never heard of it. This pen I can press. Hit the Lights. Hit the Lights we're working on. It is really fucking hard to play that and sing. Like to go ding 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 and sing it. So yeah, working on that one. Where do we go? Ovs, Dark Clouds, You Are By Nature, Oxygen, Sound Machine, My Deaf. Who could help me now? Good question. Yeah, I think Alex is pretty capable of playing anything, drum-wise. I think it would be weird to have Hit the Lights without live drums, because that's like, if you're going to pick any song to have live drums, it's going to be that one. The drums are it's such a heavy song, it just works so well with it. But hey, maybe I could take the drums out and put like a very, like a synthetic kit in there that's like very obviously synthetic, so it kind of changes the flavor of the track, and then mixed that with, you know, the guitars in there. Yeah, definitely. I like doing live versions of songs. The Oxygen has its own little live mix and stuff, so right here, right now. Yeah, yeah. I haven't played that for ages. Or send me a picture of the Amphi stage. It's funny. Oh, and we have Denise is typing her dream set as well. Build your dream set. Yeah, it's always good to know what you know, what songs are going to crop up on people's top lists. So it is difficult to only pick 12 songs, and actually 45 minutes is longer than we get on Amphi, for example. So we're going to have to drop one, maybe even two songs from the set, depending on how long they are. That's why the Libra, from the first show that Denise saw live, which was the Out of Line Weekender, we only had a 20-minute set or 25-minute set. So it was either finish 2 minutes early, which is, you know, 10% of your entire time, or play one song and run over. But we couldn't run over. So what I did is I shortened the tracks, and I shortened Libra. And we still use the shortened version of Libra to this day. Same thing with Angel Dressed in Snow, which I believe we played. Funny. Yeah, so she's got Fascinate Me. Good track. Smother, hell yeah. Libra, City Never Sleeps, Forever Mine, My Death, Oxygen, Hit the Lights, Sound of the Machine, Alone, Before It Began. So it's interesting to see that Hit the Lights makes it in there twice. So it goes to show, you know, maybe there's more demand for it than I thought there was. Cool. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. More sets. Infest should be good, though. I just asked Jan if we can actually get into Infest on the day before we play, which I'm hoping is possible, because I'd like to wander around. It's a good track. Still had the clip of Libra in 2022. Ah, no way. That's good. At least it was long enough. I used to like the extended bit at the end, but sometimes it's a bit long. Playing the first day? No, we're playing the third day, right? Playing Sunday. When to go? Yeah, or web to go, either or. Yeah, you can do it later. There's no rush to do it now. Ilias has his submission. He's got Before It Began, Sound of the Machine, You Are By Nature. I mean, it's not far off what we do as well. Tell Me I'm Wrong, such a good track. Libra, Dark Clouds, Oxygen, Fascinate Me, Find My Own Way Out, My Death, Angel Justice Note. Where do we go? What's good is that it's a lot of the songs that we already play on all of these submissions so far. So that's good. Oh, I meant to say Amphi. If I said Infest, I meant to say Amphi. Sorry, yes, we are playing the first day of Infest. Very confusing. And will Jan put you on the guest list to do the things? Yeah, I'm sure. I need to get a guest list anyway because I've got some people coming, so yeah. Sorry, it's because I keep switching the name between Infest and Amphi because we're doing both of them. I was talking about Amphi before. We're playing Amphi on the Sunday and we're playing Infest on the Friday. Yes, I've done. It's not the first time I've done that. I do that quite often. Yeah, don't panic. All is good. All is fine. We've had a submission from Tatty, who has said Dark Clouds, November Engel. Insurgents. Second time Insurgent been mentioned. Fascinate Me. Where do we go? Oxygen. My Guardian. Angel Justice Note. My Death. You Are By Nature. Cool. This reaffirms that I'm not far off. The perfect set. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely need to work on Insurgents. Maybe that's something for the next live stream next week. We could pull up the old project file for Insurgents and mess around with it to get it in a state where it works better live, which would be cool. It is a good track. I remember it being fairly popular when we released it, and I think it still sits pretty high on our Spotify. No problem. You can Discord later. Yeah, Insurgents is number 8, so it does sit pretty high, which is pretty cool. Nothing Left is number 6. I don't remember that being as high as that. Maybe it's just had a recent indulgence from people. Oh, if anyone knows who does the Wikipedia page for Amphi Festival, you need to get your arse in gear because, and I'll tell you why. So, in order to get I'm just double checking before I accuse anyone of anything. Yeah, in order to get a Wikipedia page, your name needs to exist on another Wikipedia page. And if you don't have a page, but you appear on another one, you appear as a red link. And a red link can be clicked. And from there, it will prompt you to create a page for this person or this topic. So Yeah, but you need to be on a page already. Of course, you can just add yourself to a random page, but it will get removed because without any notable criteria, it's not credible information. Now, someone has been uploading the lineup for Amphifestival since 2005, but stopped in 2023. We will have played Amphifestival twice on 2024 and 2025, and whoever does the page on Wikipedia hasn't added any bands for 24 and 25, which is so annoying because we'd have 2 instances on there, which is enough to qualify for notable criteria. So yeah, anyway, whoever that is, you get ass in gear. God damn it. Please. Yeah, it stops in 2023. How disappointing. Been going since 2005. That's pretty crazy. It's funny to see all the bands that played. Nightcrawlers, yeah, that's a good track actually. Anyone can edit it, but I don't know how they cite their editions. I don't know if you can just add things on there or whether you have to cite it. There's only actually 7 references on the whole page, so I don't know if it's important to cite it in this case, but it's yeah, I know that I can't because I don't have an account, and I think I tried to add something on there when I made an account and they blocked it because I tried to make an Auger page because there wasn't one. We didn't have enough notable criteria, but now we've played this festival twice. That is notable criteria. And actually, when we play Infest festival, that is also a notable festival, which also has all its lineups and also stopped in 2023. So I think it's the same person who's been adding this whole time, and he just stopped, or she just stopped doing it in 2023. So yeah, someone needs to go on the 2023 one and add us on there as well, because it would be nice to be on there, because then we have 2, or technically 3 instances where we'll have the red link, which should help with our listings on the thingy. I also want to be on the Fürstenwalde one as like notable people. That'd be nice. I can dream, eh? Yeah. Oh, if you want to try and add it, go for it. I'm guessing you know about the whole red link thing. To get a red link. I had a really good Wikipedia page written up, and it was all facts based off websites and information regarding lineups and news articles and stuff we've been in, and nothing was ever said outside of that. But because I was the person who I was submitting it for, it was a conflict of interest. But yeah. Amphifestival. I didn't know Amphifestival was previously took place in Gelsenkirchen. Weird. 12,500 people though a day, it says. It's pretty cool. The English page is a lot more up to date than the German one. Oh, right. Yeah. It's the whole thing, isn't it? The whole notable criteria thing. It's all a bit nonsensical. I actually called up a band, I won't say who it is, but a band who was on there that actually had no notable criteria, or no more notable criteria than we did. And I actually name dropped 2 bands, and they said, you don't have notable criteria, and neither do these 2 bands. They're being investigated. I'm like, oh, God. Oopsie. But their pages stayed, and there's been nothing added. So there's someone who works for a specific record label who obviously has the the premium Wikipedia account, which I think you get when you've contributed a certain amount of times, your score goes up. And I think if you have a certain score, you can basically create pages without them being audited as severely. So, yeah. And yeah, be nice to Gelsenkirchen. We played a show there, and I very much liked it. It was really cool, actually. We played, it was called Rocktage, but we pronounced it Rocktage because we didn't know that Targa was a word. It was Rocktage, Gelsenkirchen. Yeah. Bismarcker Rocktage, Targa. We said Taj. That's really funny. Which is still going, actually. I didn't realize it was still going, but they've got quite a few bands on there now. It's a cool little venue. It was nice. I don't know any of the bands that are playing. They have black metal, melodic death metal. Okay. Nice. Let's not hate on other people's towns, guys. Let's be nice. And isn't it called Swiftkirchen? Is it really that bad? It has an arena. And it has a nice big churchy thing. And the big mining tower, and a river, and a polar bear. Oh, well, polar bear's there. Be nice to Gelsenkirchen. It's cool. I know, yeah, the festival sounds alright, doesn't it? Yeah, do. I don't know if it's the same people organising it that it was last time, but they were very nice people. A woman called Kerry, I believe. And the cool thing was they had rehearsal rooms in the big building, the backstage building. They had rehearsal rooms with drum kits and stuff. You could just go in. So we just went in, and before our set, we just basically messed around in there for like 4 or 5 hours, just making lots of noise. Good fun. 2 teenage boys let loose with a drum kit and 10 amps. It was, yeah, exciting times. I don't have much more to really add. So unless anyone has any burning questions that they're dying to ask, I'm too tired to do anything music-y. So I'll do that next week when we explore Insurgents. And yeah, so if no one has anything else to say, then we can call it a night, and I can make myself a second cup of tea because I enjoyed that very much. But of course, if you want to stay on and discuss things, that of course would be absolutely fine as well. And yeah. $8 a.m. sharp indeed. Yeah, if I get more information as to where to meet you, then I'll let you know. If not, I'll share my location and you can just chase me. Yes, I should probably mention that as well. Anyone who is coming to Amphi Festival, we have an autograph session, a signing session. So if you want to come up and say hello, you can do that. If I would advise that if you at any point want to come and say hello, then you should just wait till that bit, because then it makes it look busy. Because I'm a little bit worried that I spend so little time hidden backstage and so much time saying hello to everyone that people might just not bother going, because they're like, oh, we can just see him anyway because he'll be, you know, at the snacks later on. So yeah, maybe like everyone just queue up and pretend it looks really busy. I don't know. Maybe put on different clothes and then you can queue up multiple times. Because it'd be really awkward. We have a signing session and no one's there, which is my slight worry, I must admit. But yeah, anyway, I will see you all then on Sunday. And yeah, it should be a good one. I'm trying not to yawn. But I failed. There we go. That's my official tiredness settling in. Be there in spirit, cool. Even better. Very gothic-y, actually, being there in spirit. It's kind of in keeping with the whole spooky vibe. Yeah, I'm going to go. So have a wonderful evening and rest of week. And see you on the weekend, people who I'm seeing on the weekend. And if anyone knows of anyone who has a Volvo, you know who to call. Or if anyone wants to spend all their money refueling a truck, you can also do that.